Hello and welcome back to another episode of Why So Sidious, a Nerd Podcast. Joining me today are my co-hosts Jeremy Darr and David Cochran, and we are bringing you another edition of Week in Geek. And if you are here live, stay with us, and we will be doing our Stranger Things review / preview, getting you guys ready for the final season. And our most recent episode is a Deceased comic review with the Justice League and Darkseid. Seems like a pretty big one there. And if you're trying to figure out where to start in the comic realm, check us out on TikTok. JD has a ton of great recommendations on where to start, which character, which universe. He's got it all. Also top fives as well. And we did hit the milestone of 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So thank you everyone out there. All right, well, let's get into the news. We do have a couple pieces of video game news. We'll start off with the bad news. GTA 6 has been delayed to November 2026. It was supposed to come out in May, so they pushed it back another 6 months. I think it was actually supposed to come out this month originally. That was one of the original release dates, was this month. So we're waiting a year on that. I mean, it's going to be a good game, so they're just taking their time to make sure it's perfect for everyone. Red Dead Redemption 2 was delayed multiple times, and look what game we got with that. So people are upset, but it'll be
got
good.
Me.
Right, yeah. And then another piece of bad news. Skydance Games announced Marvel's 1943 Rise of Hydra was delayed beyond early 2026. The delay was necessary to fully realize our vision, so not as much, grace as Rockstar, but we'll let you have it, Skydance. And then the third piece of bad video game news. Amazon's The Lord of the Rings MMO appears to have been canceled as a part of sweeping layoffs that hit the company's gaming business hard. This morning, I was a part of the layoffs at Amazon Games alongside my incredibly talented peers on New World and our fledgling Lord of the Rings game. Y'all would have loved it. The developer said in a now deleted post on LinkedIn. It's kind of crazy, but so apparently there was a MMOs like the Old Republic, right, Dave? Like the Star Wars Old Republic online. It's one of those online player games, right? Not like a campaign offline.
As far as I'm aware, yeah.
Okay. So it's probably going to be one of those like World of Warcraft style Lord of the Rings games. But
yeah. And I mean, they've done that in the past, like not World of Warcraft, actually. They haven't done it like that, but they've done Warcraft style, like real-time strategy where you're creating armies and stuff like that. But they haven't done the open world, type of World of Warcraft scenario there where you're a single character.
Yeah. So we do have some delays and some cancellations in the video game realm, but it's all right. We'll keep playing the old games we have, like replaying Red Dead Redemption 2.
I'll just go play some more Red Dead. It's fine.
Actually, the Assassin's Creed DLC, I'm like halfway through, and now I'm kind of thinking it's not very good. So
yeah,
there's that. It's all right, but
I was wondering.
It's running around killing a bunch of people.
Yeah,
which is fun sometimes, but
yeah,
gets old. Welcome to Derry makes into the top 3 HBO debuts of all time. Pretty wild. I wonder what the other two are. Do we know what the other two are?
Of all time?
Yeah.
It's gotta be Game of Thrones.
I don't know if Game of Thrones had that much hype though when season 1 dropped.
Well, is this specific to a season 1 or just like an episode?
Yeah.
I think it's just one episode.
Okay, then probably Game of Thrones, yeah.
Game of Thrones has to have it, but that's crazy that the franchise, it has a season 1 that pops off like that.
It's got to be a season 1 opener. There's no way Welcome to Derry beat out Game of Thrones season 5, 6, and 7 as their openers.
Right.
Like,
I think it's Culture Crave says House of the Dragons #1, Last of Us #2, and then Welcome to Derry #3. Yeah,
it's series
first episode
for sure.
Okay,
but still, wow,
yeah,
that's incredible,
surprising. The It franchise really has got a fan base there. Then,
Stephen King, yeah,
I feel like riding up to Stranger Things almost coming out, because that's why I watched it. Honestly, I was already rewatching Stranger Things. I saw the trailer for Welcome to Derry. I was like, yeah, it's a similar vibe. I'm kind of still in that zone. I'll throw that on. I don't know. I wonder if that's just surprising that the It fan base is that supportive and large, but.
Right. And horror is really rising as a genre lately. So I guess people are more interested in horror itself. And this is such a recognizable IP. So
it's true.
Still crazy.
Rise of the horror. All right, let's move on to Marvel. Avengers Doomsday. The trailer releases in December. We talked about it last week, but it is pretty much confirmed that it will be with Avatar. And there are a bunch of quotes from actors talking about the movie. So Simu Liu first. I think it's going to blow people's minds when they see it in theaters. There were so many actors and so many characters where you're like, just seeing them interact on screen is worth the price of admission alone. And then we have all this other stuff on top of that. So I'm really excited about it. A little hoopla, but a love letter to the entire genre of superhero movies for all the misfits and the weirdos and the underdogs that grew up reading comic books. I do like that. That's definitely what you'd like to see from an Avengers movie. Anyway, you can chime in if any of these quotes spark
resonate.
Channing Tatum. Everyone in the world is going to see this movie. They taught themselves every time. It's just the scope of it. What the Russos have cooked up, I'm still in awe. The biggest movie of the next year and maybe even the next 10 years.
Ooh.
How are they going to surpass the last thing they did? I read the script, and my first question after reading the script was, how are you guys going to pull this story off? And you're just not ready for what's about to happen.
That's I'll speak on that one. That's my question is, can they really do 3 in a row? Can they nail 3 in a row? They nailed Infinity War. They nailed Endgame. Are they really about to step up to that level successfully again with Doomsday without a miss? It's the Russos, so it's them. There's no excuses. It's their shot. Right. So they probably it's going to be wild if they really do land Doomsday and they just do it for a third time, breaking the box office, all this stuff, a successful story. Like I know I feel like we're all expecting that, but it is kind of wild to step back if they do pull it off for a third time with the Marvel fatigue and everything.
Yeah, could you imagine like if it's just not a good movie, just the first bad Avengers movie, though? It sucks
or even
so
if
bad.
It's just like Age of Ultron reception where it was mixed. It's not this was a bad movie, but it didn't get the incredible reception that the other Avengers movies got. So I'm curious. I don't know.
I think the only thing going for them is they have so much source material. It's not like they created a story just out of their own creativity for Infinity War and Endgame, right? So they have characters and stories to work with, and it's them.
And
I'm confident it'll be good.
Like it's Doom of all characters to be writing on it.
But then it's like Doom stuffed into a universe that no one's invested in anymore at the same time. So it's like, how are you going to do it without your star power of Chris Evans and RDJ?
Yeah. So well, RDJ technically, but yeah.
But yeah, that's right. Very exciting though. Like hearing them talk about it that way is really cool. It seems like it's going to be nuts. So, yeah. Or is it just them on set with more characters than they've ever dealt with before, like a ton of big names, and they're just super stoked about it? Who knows?
This is a funny one too. You're just not ready. It's Channing Tatum again. You're just not ready on this one. I knew it was coming in Deadpool and Wolverine, but this, no one is ready. There are moments in this movie that are 50 times bigger than Blade walking out in Deadpool and Wolverine. It'll make your brain ooze out of your ears. Wow.
Body horror.
I'm sure that's talking about like the surprises, the original X-Men and all the other characters we're getting in this movie. Your brain will ooze out of your ears.
And like some of the face-offs we're going to get. Like Magneto's going to go up against MCU people straight up. Like he's going to tear a couple of them down. There's going to be a couple of those where it's just such nerd porn,
Baby.
Comics are pretty close to that already. I don't know if we're going to get them on the big screen, but some of those illustrators, they're pushing boundaries.
Emma Frost, we're looking at you.
Yeah, dude. Good Lord. I don't hate it. What?
Apparently the Russo bros, our saviors, have been posting people in the studio holding or wearing both the Doom and Iron Man mask. So JD, what do you think about this?
I think it confirms Iron Man's in there, but like regardless of how we might feel about that.
Oh, they're messing with us?
Yeah, very well could be. It's just they had all the other set props, like the costumes of like some of the Fantastic Four and some other characters behind them. Like it was clearly on a working set, like costume design room or something like that. And yeah, they straight up held the Doom mask. This other lady held up this Iron Man mask, and the Russo brothers posted it. So I would be surprised if Iron Man wasn't in here at all, because I think there's too many like questions regarding the difference of Iron Man and Dr. Doom. So bringing Tony back from the dead isn't like, our favorite thought, because that will water down his death, and it'll just be another Marvel fake death, So,
But could it be another actor as Iron Man?
Right? Yeah,
in the movie?
very well could be. You never know.
He's going to be running a lot.
I sure hope
His
it's
name
not
rhymes
like
with
Doctor Doom's. Like, I hope he didn't like suit up as Iron Man before he became Doctor Doom and whatever. That would be kind of annoying and make it a little too close.
Right. Like
Like
was
Victor
goes
Von
bad
Doom
or
was
something.
Iron Man at one point and then switched to Doctor Doom kind of deal.
Right.
Yeah.
or it's Tony Stark or Tony. It's a
Doom.
version of Tony Stark that's Doom. Like
Yeah.
he was Tony Stark's Iron Man, and then he turned evil into Doctor Doom. That'd be dope.
I know this has been addressed before, but have we heard the name Victor Von Doom in any of the official things, or has it always been
The Russos said so, right?
Did. Okay.
I'm
I
pretty
thought
sure.
so. It felt familiar, but I just couldn't recall if that had been actually used in the marketing or not. Victor Von Doom.
Do you guys think that we'll run across like alternate full Avenger teams, like a completely different group of Avengers from a different universe, like the comics did?
Briefly?
Yeah, like that's where you're going to probably see an Iron Man, whether it's RDJ or not.
Right.
Some other universes, Avengers will have an Iron Man, but it was the style of the 616 Iron Man face, though. So we'll see.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, that was Multiverse of Madness, that version of the Illuminati. I'm sure some of them were Avengers at one point as well.
By the way, real quick, our co-host who's missing here in the chat, Andy, thinks it's silly for Marvel to release the first trailer during another film's preview rather than how they would do it normally. Surely it will be on YouTube within an hour. Yeah, there you go. It is. We get it on YouTube instantly, so I don't really think it matters where it's released to me, because I'm going to see tweeted, oh, they released the trailer, and then I'm going to go onto YouTube and it's going to be on there and I'm going to watch it. So whatever program or project it's attached to, I don't really think it matters to me, but it does seem weird to hitch. Are they doing it? Sorry, with Avatar? Is that what the deal was?
Yeah.
It is weird to hitch it to a competitor, but maybe.
Doesn't Disney own Avatar?
Disney owns
Avatar.
Do.
I just mean as far as box office competitor. But it's kind of smart. They're kind of using them to catapult their own box office success, I guess. But
is there any chance the trailer comes out in the movie theater and it's still not on YouTube for a week or two, or is that just impossible?
Maybe that happens probably
after opening weekend. Monday,
yeah, something like that.
See, dude, because I almost want to buy a ticket just for the trailer, and then and then sit through Avatar too. Like the kids could like Avatar, so I wouldn't go see the movie, and I probably still won't. I'm not saying that's what I'm doing, but now I'm like in my head, I'm like, damn, maybe we should go check out Avatar then.
Because Odyssey, Spider-Man, and Supergirl trailers as well.
You think those are all going to be?
Yeah, those are the rumors. Well, we talked about that. Yeah, they're rumored trailers linked to Avatar. There's like 4 big ones. I know the Odysseys will be in it for sure.
Man, this is what you do, all right? Because as a podcast here, we're not big on support, and I'm going to speak for everybody here, and you don't have a say in it. We're not big on supporting James Cameron and giving him box office money, and everybody here agrees with me, so don't ask them. So what you do is you go see another movie. It's playing at the same time as Avatar. You give that movie your money, and then you pop on over to the next Avatar screening. You watch those trailers, and then you head on home as a happy camper. That's what you do.
Or go watch the other
movie. You guys
movie.
are welcome.
Yeah,
that's what I said. You can watch the other movie, and then you go pop into a future Avatar thing.
Okay.
Catch the trailers as kind of a wind down from that movie, and then you go get them dinner.
I was going to say, find a movie that starts at the same time. Just watch the Avatar trailers, then hop over to your theater and watch your movie afterwards.
There you go.
Yeah, there's some variations there.
Yeah. Same experience. Get all the good ones. Let's move on. We have a couple DC topics. JD and I talked a lot about Lanterns and all the details coming out, but it has been delayed to coming out after Supergirl now. So it was early 2026. Supergirl comes out in June. So now it's delayed to after June, which kind of sucks, but get a little break from DC for a while. Yeah, you guys.
Yes, that means it's coming out after Supergirl, which is. I wonder if that has anything to do with it. Maybe they do want to develop some of that space stuff. Hopefully we do hear of Oa, or maybe even the Green Lantern Corps if she's going to be running around through space. But that kind of sucks. Lanterns is like the coolest project they're releasing out of everything they've come up with for the DCU Chapter 1 so far, and hate to see that get pushed farther, especially because we're hearing all these updates on it. It sounds like it's ready to go here pretty soon, trailer pretty soon, like they're wrapped, and then we're just gonna have to wait. But that's all right. I guess we'll cover Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow comics first before we get into those Lantern comics.
Yeah, it's kind of a double bummer just because I'm eager to get to Lanterns more than anything. But also, and maybe this doesn't apply, but I just hope it's not the case of where this wasn't something they were hoping to do, and it does mess with the plot of something they were going to release first in Lanterns before Supergirl, or vice versa, like we saw happen with Multiverse of Madness and Spider-Man, and they had to change a couple things because of the order of release. So as long as it's not something like that, and they did it because it's better for their plan in the long run or something like that, then that's fine. But it's kind of a bummer to hear it's delayed.
And it's kind of late to do like a reshoot or something.
Right.
If they're like planning to change it where, let's introduce him in Supergirl now first and then do Lanterns after, like they should probably just stick to what they had. Yeah.
That's how you get Ned becoming a sorcerer in 20 minutes of movie.
Yeah.
That's what happens there. So yeah, I don't know.
I bet you it's not like that since they're so focused on scripts. I bet you that's not going to be like that. But it still makes me wonder why. Yeah. Just simply, if you could just ask James Gunn, like, why did you do that? I'm curious what he'd say. Well, we want to develop the Lanterns a little more before blah, blah, blah. Something like that. I don't know.
On our next piece of news, a lot of people have fan casted Alan Richardson as Batman. But he has a quote on maybe he wants to play somebody a little different. The conversation that I've been having with them is like, I want to play someone a little messier. And I told them, I said, if I'm going to do this, I described to them the kind of personality that I want to play and what that would mean to their world. And I think it's something everybody wants to see right now over there. So do we have any theories on who we could play? Dave, did you think of anyone?
Calendar Man. I think he could kill it as Calendar Man. No, I didn't come up. I don't know why in my brain I didn't think we were talking about that on this episode, even though it's Week in Geek and it's news in the DCU. I didn't come up with anything yet but I just think it makes sense. I prefer it. JD has talked about it before too, and although I think some aspects of him would work for Batman, I don't want my Batman for the next decade to be on Thad Castle's shoulders. Sorry. Let's roll with something else there. But I think there's plenty of cool DC characters he could be. Like, I don't even know. I know I'm drawing a blank right off saying that, but he could be a henchman number 3. He'd be a great henchman. No, I don't know, JD, like any DC character. I'm trying to think. Like, I don't think Deathstroke or Deadshot is the right role for him.
Yeah, those popped into my mind too. But yeah, he doesn't really have that depth of acting that I buy him in his serious roles. So you almost need like a John Cena, like a Peacemaker style character that you don't have to take too seriously, but he could be badass in those moments. Because like, man, when I look at Reacher, and people really love that Reacher show, but when I see clips, he doesn't stand out as a great actor, like with the serious tones. It feels like he's acting, whereas his comedy feels very genuine. As Thad Castle. So you're going to have a kind of a goofy character, I'd say.
Maybe I don't. He's too big. So all these roles I keep, and then I picture him. I'm like, Black Mask isn't a bodybuilder though, but like part of me is like, well, he could be kind of crazy, unhinged, something like that, or maybe
that's a good
Killer
one because
Croc
Ewan
was CGI. I don't know,
right?
Or prosthetics.
And Black Mask is kind of a goofy, like unhinged. That kind of does match. You don't have to take him super seriously. Like Ewan, right? Ewan McGregor did that role really well.
Mm-hmm. He killed it, actually.
Kind of out there, kind of goofy.
What about do we have Scarecrow? Do we have Clayface cast already? I know we've got a movie product coming in, but
what the hell? Who is playing Clayface?
I called him Thad. Alan Richardson's kind of, again, an unhinged kind of. He can be one of those weird characters that's cracking jokes while doing stuff. I don't know if you guys have seen Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare with Henry Cavill, Alan Richardson, and a few others. He's like this goofy Swedish dude, but he's an absolute psycho murderer hunter. And it's like this balance of just slaughtering people, but jokes and goofy, lighthearted, kind of weird Swedish dude. But he plays it well. It's entertaining. So I could see him being something like that type of a anti-hero, kind of crazy force of nature character, but it's hard to think of one right now.
Shazam?
No.
Captain Atom?
I don't hate the Shazam, actually. He's kind of a big,
Just
dumb kid in an adult body. Like that's not the worst. Just give him black hair.
That's interesting.
Damn,
Yeah,
I don't hate that.
I got nothing. You know, to be honest, I'm okay if he doesn't go into the DCU. Like, either way it's fine.
Dude, I think Love got me with Shazam there. Shazam or Killer Croc, make it happen.
He wasn't that bad as Hawk, but it's just I hated the Hawk and Dove characters in Titans.
Right.
But he himself wasn't actually bad in that
fine.
kind of serious role. He was not bad. So
And he was Aquaman in Smallville. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, actually, Aquaman he kind of looks like an Aquaman.
He would now. He's bigger than he was in Smallville too. He was kind of tall and lanky in Smallville. It was a very goofy character.
Now I'm kind of sold, man. If he can get like raise his quality of acting, like we've seen Cena do and Batista do, he can do Aquaman. He looks a lot like him already.
That's true.
I think
The
there's
stubborn
a
king
role out there. Yeah.
Speaking of Clayface, it has wrapped filming, and it is in theaters September 11th. Yikes, 2026. The film is co-written by Mike Flanagan, my boy. JD, did you ever finish Haunting of Hill House?
Yeah, it's really good. I like
good,
how one thing I love is the hidden ghosts everywhere. Like you have to YouTube the videos because they're so hidden, but there's like dozens of ghosts hidden in every episode.
Dude,
It's
how
really
about
cool.
the plot twist at the end when you find out who the bent neck lady was the whole time?
I remember. Yeah. That was crazy. And I remember, I forgot the details, but yeah. The
Well,
bent
it's like
neck lady.
it's the main. It's spoiler alert. It's the daughter. You find out it's the daughter has been the bent neck lady the whole time.
Yes.
Damn it. I didn't know what we were talking about for a second there. And then I covered the headphones and made it louder.
Man,
I guess I won't
can't
watch
wait.
that show.
I can't wait for a project that has like no gunnism in it, you know?
Yeah.
We've seen nothing but the Kal-El symbol and a lot of gunnism with Peacemaker. And so I think the DCU can really use a change in tone because that's one of the things people were worried about is the DCU being too filled with James Gunnisms, feeling too much like just his world, right? So it kind of has felt that way so far, but we've had Superman and Peacemaker. So Clayface and Lanterns specifically are going to be a really nice change of pace for the DCU. And this is kind of where it's like, okay, where's the DCU really at? Superman was pretty good. You know, we're excited for Supergirl, but like now we're going to get to the grounded, gritty stuff, the Lantern stuff. Like now let's see what this whole universe is really about.
So that's why it sucks that Lanterns doesn't come out first because you're going to have Supergirl
Another super chest. Yeah.
And then Clayface in September. Are you going to have to do Lanterns like in between the two and sandwich it all? Like you have that open 6 months of the year to do Lanterns. It sucks.
Real quick before we head on off, I have 3 roles for Alan Richardson. We're going to give him Solomon Grundy. We're going to give him Ocean Master instead of Aquaman. Going to give him Ocean Master. And then we're going to give him Amazo.
It's Aquaman's brother. Oh, Amazo would be good. Yeah, those are good.
Big, dumb killer robot guy, you know. And those are my 3 roles for him.
And the Clayface cast. Do any of these names recognize? Do you guys recognize any of this? Tom Rice Harris, Naomi Aki.
It sounded like a scene from a movie where they ask them what their name is and they read 3 different signs and combine it into one. What did Tom Rice Harris? Is that what you said?
Yeah, RHYS, and then Naomi Aki and Max Minghella.
Got you, Tom Reese.
I don't know. Not me.
And directed by James Watkins.
Oh, so Flanagan didn't direct the whole thing?
He just wrote it.
Oh, he wrote it.
This guy did Speak No Evil. I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah, it's with the old blind dude who just terrorizes home invaders.
Wait, isn't Speak No Evil the one with
McAvoy?
Oh, I keep mixing it up. I did this last time. It's not Speak No Evil. Sorry, I forgot what that one's called.
See No Evil?
No.
Hear No Evil is what it was.
Don't Breathe is what the one I'm.
Oh yeah,
that's called. It's not even close.
Yeah, so not a very experienced director, so we'll see how it goes. No like big star actors, so it could be good.
Okay.
Well, that about wraps it up for this episode of Week in Geek. If you were here with us stay with us for our Stranger Things episode. And thank you. And we will see you next time on Why So Studious, a nerd podcast. Take a big swig of the coffee.